Welcome back, sporting fans, to another spectacular episode of the Paint the Wall podcast. I, as always, am your host, Steve, and I am joined this week by a man who refuses to use chip clips, but you all know him as Logan.
Well, it's because the grip stick is so much better.
The grip stick. I don't know what that is.
It's the world's best invention.
Is that a real thing, or are you making that up?
No, 100%. Hang on, let me find it.
That was so fast. That has to be a real thing.
Yeah, no, because I'm like these are amazing. So hang on, we're gonna do this now.
You know what's funny? I forgot I wrote that one. But what's funny is I'm sure like a lot of people listening that maybe do anything in front of a camera, and maybe even you, people have things that they fidget with while they're on camera.
Right. Whoops.
My fidget thing is this.
Nice.
Which is a chip clip. So I'm literally sitting here fidgeting with this
nice.
While I'm reading that, and I'm like, oh, hey, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's so you like, I don't know if there's Yeah, so you like the bag slides in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They work so much better.
Those things.
So anyway, grip sticks, if you want to sponsor us.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know?
You should do that.
I just do the fold and tuck where you don't need a bag clip. I just do that, but actually, I was like, that has to be a real thing. That was so fast.
I'm passionate about my grip sticks.
That's incredible.
They're quite amazing.
All right. Well, anyway. What an intro. what a fun intro. If you guys want to sponsor us, like Logan said,
right,
we'll take it.
Hit us up.
Put your logo right up here. You can't see where my mouse is, but right up here.
Yeah, we'll put it somewhere on here. I don't know. Sure, anyway. I'll put it wherever. I'll put it over my face if you're going to pay us.
Yeah, right?
I don't care.
We get to talk about a win. And just a win. It's not like a win and also a loss. Or
right.
A win and also a draw that should have been a win. Nope, just a win.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because this is the first time in a hot minute where we have done one match.
Yeah.
In between
also that, too.
sessions.
Yeah. Just one game.
Yeah.
Let alone a win. But
right.
Yeah, nice. Leagues Cup opener against Chicago Fire. We get the dub.
Yeah.
Pretty well played game, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think this was a great definition of halftime adjustments, even though you can say what you want about that. I think soccer, you get halftime adjustments a little bit more than football.
Yeah,
but I mean, great halftime adjustments. I wouldn't say we looked poor in the first half, but we definitely didn't have the same control of the game we did in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we scored Castellanos had the goal that was late. That was just a beautiful set piece.
Mm-hmm.
Late in the first half, a beautiful header from Castellanos. He just flew in there out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, second half just really laid it on in the second half, was really strong. Some impressive work from some players that, again, may not be seeing as much consistent playing time now, but I really think we're starting to see a lot of. Steeeve and Logan, amazing game from him. I thought he was all over the pitch.
Yes.
Getting the assist on the second goal was great.
He had 5 shots, I believe.
Yeah. Just he was all over doing what he needed to do. And then we had Alinas Vargas coming off on the bench, who may have not done as well, but he
was there.
He was there. He ran at a lot of guys. He made Tommy angry a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But he did show the potential of that move, which is having a really good guy starting off who's got a lot of pace. He's not quite as fast as Vargas, but he knows how to use his pace a lot better than Vargas does.
Mm-hmm.
And then having Vargas coming off the bench, if he can figure out how to play in the system and play well, it's going to be a dangerous little rotation to have for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, some really great performances from some guys that, traditionally may not have been playing as heavy of roles. And then Willie Agata, that dude, like, I didn't realize how much of a run he's had. Mm-hmm. He's had a run. They talked about it a lot. And I mean, Willie Agata is a must start right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has to be in the starting 11 with how good he's playing.
Yep.
He may put it into Jackson County a couple times, but
like I've been saying, I would still rather have the opportunity that he's taking versus Polito, who's either not there or doesn't take the shot, or it's right at the goalkeeper the few times he does shoot. So
exactly.
Like, I'll take it. I'll take the 15th row shot because it might go in the goal, and recently it has been.
Yeah.
So and to quote Peter, man, he's good from 2 yards out.
Yeah, he's pretty good at putting it on target when physics means he can't put it over the crossbar.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I think I saw, and I might be wrong on this stat because again, wholly unprepared for that. But I think I saw 16 starts and 16 goals, which is
total.
I think out of his last 16 starts, he's had 16 goals, which is insane.
That is insane. So that would be not just this year. Obviously.
Right, that spans into last year, and then remember he's had several multi-goal games and a lot of starts that didn't, but he's a leading goal contributor for this team for sure. So
yeah, let's see. He's got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 goals this season. So I believe I had heard that goal either tied him or brought him within one of having the same number of goals as I think it's Shallowy, Tommy, Russell, and Polito all combined.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
So that's just crazy,
right?
I'll take it though.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me more.
Totally.
Just keep putting him in. Why? Yeah. Why? Oh, I don't need Polito. I don't need him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has 9, and then Polito and Russell both have 4, and then Shallowy has 1. So that is
So maybe it was just those 3 then without Tommy. Well, obviously it was those 3.
Right, it's the same as those 3 combined.
But even if you do put Tommy has what? 2, 3?
Tommy has 5.
5 goals, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know it's that many.
Yeah, he's got 5.
We should do a podcast, a weekly one.
I don't know why people listen to us.
I don't either. Our charming wit and witty banter. I bet.
It must be. But yeah, he's second in the team in goals.
Wow, and it looks like he has 20 total with Sporting.
Yeah, that sounds right.
8 in 2022, 3 in 23. Of course, he was injured the entire. 20, and let's see, he has 9 and 7 is 16, and 15 is 21, 31.
I don't know. You're just saying numbers.
Sorry. 16. So he has 21 starts, 20 goals.
Nice. That Agata or Tommy?
Agata.
Wow, that's insane.
Over his entire Sporting career.
Yeah, he's doing some stuff. Yeah. So
4 assists, but he's a number 9. So
yeah, exactly. He's a true number 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, great from him, and he didn't make it onto the pitch, but Logan and Dembe back on the roster. He was on the bench for today's game or for Sunday's game. So
we did get a Basong return, which was nice.
We did.
I think maybe this game's a little too close for him to bring on Ndembe.
Yeah, I would agree.
Same with some of our SKT2 guys.
Right. For sure. Which I was hoping to see at least one of them.
Yeah, I was hoping to see Sebastian Cruz. I completely forgot Chris Rindolph played for us. I'm just looking through our subs from that game, and he hasn't played at all. Yeah, he hasn't played a single minute this season.
No, you were right. He has not.
Interesting. Has he played for SKC2, I wonder?
I would have to think so.
I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything under SKC2 either.
Interesting.
He does have some. He actually is listed under 6 of our games, but it there's no stats. But minutes isn't one of the ones that they track. But I don't know, why would they show? No, because one of them is Saturday, July 20th against St. Louis. He definitely didn't play in that game.
I mean,
maybe these were just the only times he was on the bench available.
Maybe MLS shows 0 minutes.
Yeah. Wow, I completely forgot that he existed.
Same.
Let's see. How old is he? I wonder. 22. He's young, so
yeah,
he could become something maybe.
If you're at 0 minutes at the age of 22, you're not. No.
Well, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. But
well, anyway, yeah, good. It was a good game. I agree. I enjoyed pretty much everything about it. It did seem kind of flat at the beginning, and then of course we give up that goal, which Could we have done something? I don't know. It was a good ball
Yeah.
in. I'd like to see Kyrie track him a little bit better, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We won. I don't need to harp on it too much.
Yeah, I think that's asking a lot out of Kyrie.
Yeah.
Again, you have to keep expectations in check on him. He is a converted right back who's gotten
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe 10 games total at right back.
Mhm.
So a good ball like that, I'm not gonna expect that much out of him.
Yeah. But then Castellanos gets his goal. Agata gets his on a nice little diving header, which was
hmm
sweet.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Um,
very good and a great ball from Afrifa.
yeah, true.
What a dive!
Afrifa was just all over the place,
hmm
just in general.
Yeah, agreed.
The song came back. Yeah, Vargas was the other sub. I mean, he
Mhm.
was there.
Yeah,
Probably could have drawn a card on that one contact he had that was out of bounds, but
yeah, probably.
it didn't matter anyway. So
hmm Yep. And then there was the one that Vargas got absolutely cleaned out in the second half on the touchline, and the refs were just like, go ahead, you're good."
yeah,
So, I didn't understand that one. And that and the I can't remember if it was in the first half or the second half, but when Chicago would not let us take the free kick, and even after the ref blew the whistle and told them to back off, they still pressed and they still didn't get a yellow card for it,
hmm
even though that's an automatic yellow. It's not like a discretionary thing. If they infringe on the restart, it's yellow.
exactly.
So there was a little bit of inconsistencies from the ref in this game, but not a lot. I'm gonna harp on. It was just a little strange, but
Yeah.
anyway.
All right. Well, I mean, that's really all I've got on this game.
Yeah,
Good game. Got a win. It was nice to
mhm,
get a win.
yeah,
We've been in pretty good form lately.
yeah.
Hopefully, we keep it going.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't know if it's a good enough form to rebound again, but
I mean, we need. Obviously, these don't affect this because this isn't MLS play. This is for Leagues Cup stuff.
right, 100%.
But we need. I think it's 2.5 points a game now. The rest of the season,
Yeah,
which is steep, man. I mean, but it has to start with us playing like we're playing and keeping it going.
right,
So if it's gonna
mhm,
happen, we got to keep up doing what we're doing. So
right. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, I saw that same stat. It's about 2.5 points per game to hit the projected playoff line.
mhm.
Um, and then we are currently 9 points below Minnesota, who is the current 9 seed.
Yeah,
So we have to make up 9 points in I don't know how many games are left. Not a lot.
yeah, not a ton.
I think this is like 2/3 the way through the season.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games.
Cool.
We have 8 regular season games.
We do play Minnesota at least once, though, right?
Yes, we do play Minnesota once at home.
Well, that helps.
Sure, we can swing a couple of points there if we get the 3.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, obviously, it's not mathematically must-win situations, but every game we have to go at it with 3 points has to be the expectation.
Yeah,
We
for sure.
can't settle for one on the road anymore. So
Honestly, I think from here on out, we have to go for every single game,
mhm,
including like this League's Cup. Why not?
right,
I mean, I know
exactly.
there's something to be said about, if we maybe don't push 100% for it and we get knocked out, at least we
Mhm.
get to rest, which would be nice. But like,
Yeah,
I don't know, like we could just push and try to,
yeah,
if we push and manage to win 2 trophies this year, win a
mhm,
Leagues Cup and we win US Open Cup,
right.
nobody's gonna care if we don't make the playoffs.
No, very
Like
true.
nobody's even gonna remember. They're gonna be like, "We won 2 trophies this year." It'll be like, "Yeah,
Right.
we also didn't win for 3 months,
Yeah.
and didn't even make the playoffs." And they'll be
Mhm.
like, "Who cares? We got 2 trophies this year."
Yeah. Soccer is such a whack sport
It
where
is.
even a last place finish in the standings, you can still walk away with hardware.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it
But
really doesn't. But
well, I mean, but listen, you take the victories when you can.
yeah,
Painting the wall is painting the wall. So
yeah.
if we get to put some, but hey, we would have to add a new section onto the
I
wall
was
too.
just gonna ask. I'm like, do
Yeah,
we add a new section for Leagues Cup if
yeah,
we
you have to 100%.
Yeah, I guess we
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
I don't know. Would they just put it at the bottom?
No, I bet they would. They'd
You'd have to
probably
repaint
redo
the
it.
whole thing.
Yeah, they'd shipped over. It's a
I guess
couple buckets of paint. I think it'll be
yeah,
okay.
I guess that's true.
I think they got the budget for it.
True. Do they?
Well, that's true.
Who knows?
They're about to drop it all on Griezmann, so they may be out of money.
I don't know. We'll see. I do think. Did we talk about Johnny's getting released last week, or did that happen after last week?
It happened after. We have not talked about it yet.
Wait. So Griezmann, nope. Griezmann's who we want to sign. Johnny's did get released, which opens up a roster spot and I believe an international spot.
Yeah, if that's a thing, I don't remember.
International spot is definitely a thing, but I just can't remember if.
Yeah,
I know he's an international player, but like it's
Right.
MLS, it doesn't necessarily mean that he was one of our international spots.
There's like 19 classifications you can put on a player in MLS, and
Yeah.
every time I think I understand it, they're like, "Yeah, but he's a U27 player, so he counts in this bucket." And I'm like, "What are we? What
now,
are you
should we know
talking
all
about?"
these? Yes, we should.
Right, should
Do
we?
No, we don't. Well, if we do a podcast on a team, we should probably know how things work. But do we? We do not.
No, we don't. So
I don't know.
know.
If you hate that, I don't listen to somebody else. I don't know what to tell you. We'll learn it someday, maybe, probably.
I doubt it.
No.
But yeah, he did get. Just to clarify, he did not get released. He did get transferred.
Oh, true. To Serbia or some frozen country.
Yeah, I think it was Serbia.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor guy.
I'm sure we probably got some money for it. Then I assume
a little bit. I can't remember.
Maybe that'll help us with getting that second player that Peter was talking about. That could have been why the roster movement happened too.
What roster movement?
Him, Johnny's.
Oh, very possible.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It is funny how the news broke because he wasn't on the Nations League roster, the Leagues Cup roster. Sorry, and so everybody was like, "What's going on?" And then some random person on I don't remember where it broke, but some random guy was like, "Yeah, I just saw him at the airport." And we're like, "Oh, okay, that's probably."
I saw that too. That he was at the airport, like boarding, like waiting to get on a flight to Europe. So it's like, okay, well, I guess he's gone.
That's a good sign.
Also, Peter said, "I'll have more on Johnny's next or later this week." So it's like, what else would it be?
Right, exactly.
He hasn't played, so he hasn't been injured.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think we all had higher expectations out of him. I mean, obviously, every time you sign a guy, you have high expectations. And we saw some interesting stuff out of him whenever he played for the Cyprus team, but just can never translate. He just kind of struggled with finding the goal, and so it sucks, but sorry. I mean, do better, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So
who knows?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll close this game out. Chicago Fire game. Hit me with your MVP, most valuable player.
I mean, I think it'll be a surprise to no one. Steven Afrifa looked incredible the entire game. Did a lot of really good things, and I think we're really starting to see what everybody at SKC2 was hyping about whenever they talked about how hyped this guy was. I think we're starting to see some good stuff out of him. So excited to see what the future holds with him. I think we've got a really good option over on that right wing. Might be able to fill a Johnny-sized hole one day.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So,
ooh, speaking of him, was Johnny on our bench? He was not. I didn't even realize that.
No, he was questionable going into the game anyway. So,
interesting. I didn't even realize that. It never even processed in my little nog that he wasn't on there.
Yeah, I think it's still that lingering groin injury dealing with for forever.
Yeah. Well, my MVP was also Frifa, but for the sake of having somebody different, I'll give mine to Agata. I have no problem with that.
Okay, sure.
Recent form and this game. I mean, he was all over the place this game. So, honorable mention to our retro jerseys again because
yeah, they look pretty good.
So good.
It is funny because you and I made not a commitment, but you and I kind of both agreed recently. They're like, I think we're done buying kits.
Yeah.
I don't think you and I are done buying kits.
No. Well, maybe because these retro kits, they often don't make, they don't keep making them. They're only good for 1 year usually. And from what I've heard, these have sold like crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
So they may sell out and it may not be an option to buy these anymore unless they bring them back at some point. So,
right. Or you go on eBay and pay a bunch of money.
Yeah, exactly. So we may be done buying this kit. This one will become like the black and light blue Argyle jersey that is. Ooh, is that still my favorite? This retro kit is very. I haven't really thought about it. I think it's a close second. The retro kit, that black and blue is still probably my favorite kit.
The black and silver is my absolute favorite kit.
The black and silver is great too.
I love that kit. I was so excited to finally get one that fit.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. MVP.
MVP. I struggled a bit with this one because I thought we played pretty well. But I don't know. I guess Fontas, like, he still didn't look solid in the back. He had a couple decent plays, but he had a couple that he didn't. So Fontas, I guess. I don't know. I hate to cop out and say the ref, but it might be.
Well, I also struggled with it because I thought we played pretty well and couldn't come up with anybody. I also thought Fontas, but he did have a couple good plays. So I copped out and went with the ref.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he didn't have a great game. It didn't end up really affecting the game, but he didn't have a great game. So
yeah, fair enough.
Sure, give it to him. I just don't really know who else to give it to. We played pretty well.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
All right. That pretty much wraps up this one.
Great.
So now we can head back over to our favorite section. Everybody's favorite, current corner. Because mostly me, because I am in charge of researching for the current, completely missed that we did play last week.
Yeah.
And I did not mention it when we did current corner last week. I just said, we didn't play, sorry, and then we moved on. I sincerely apologize.
Yeah.
We did play. We played the Houston Dash in what is essentially the women's version of the Leagues Cup.
Right.
NWSL versus Liga MX Femenil. I hope I said that right. I don't speak Spanish, so it's called that Summer Cup. Dumb name. They could have named that a lot better.
Yeah, agreed.
Like Women's Leagues Cup.
Yeah.
I don't, but whatever. We beat the Houston Dash 3-1, and then this last week we played Pachuca in our group, second group game. It beat them 3-0.
Nice.
So now August 1st, which is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. We play Tigres.
Nice.
Which is not fun when Sporting has to do that. But I haven't the slightest idea if Tigres women are any good.
Yeah, no idea.
No idea. I did bring up the Summer Cup website so I could kind of look up a little bit here. We are in first in our group. Tigres is in second. Let's see. And then I believe I saw winner of this goes to the semifinal, although there are, let's see, Group C, Group D, 4. There are 5 groups.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure how it works for advancing, like how it advances to the bracket stage, and I can't quickly find it on but even when it talks about tickets here, all group stage tickets are currently on sale visiting each home club's website. Semifinal tickets are available to purchase here. So it just goes straight to the semifinal?
Probably, or maybe, I don't know.
Well, how does that? So they have 5 groups, but only 4 advance? What doesn't make any sense?
I have no idea, and no clue.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was trying to find it quickly, see if I could find some more information, but yeah, group stages July 19th, semifinal starts August 6th in Kansas City. That's cool. Oh, there it is. I found it. Who advances out of the group stages? After 30 matches across 5 groups, the 4 clubs out of the 5 group winners with the most points advance to the semifinals.
There you go.
So it'll be the top point winner versus the 4th place point winner, and then second versus third. Winner plays in the champion. That's weird. Why?
That's kind of harsh. Like even if you win your group, you don't. You may not make it.
Yeah, you don't make it.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have 6 points, so we are currently tied for first. Yep. But then there's 4 teams tied for 4th right now.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be.
Yeah.
We just need to win the last game, and then who cares? It won't matter.
Right. Exactly.
We'll be fine. So, anyway, all right. So that's where we're at. Apologize to anyone who was offended that we missed that. It was not on purpose. It was sheerly out of lack of research. During the episode, I went to ESPN, I went to Kansas City Current, and it didn't show me a game. The last game was Orlando Pride. So I was like, oh, we didn't play. I should have just paid more attention.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That sounds right.
I guess it's also possible. That game was on the 20th. I don't remember what day we recorded. Maybe they played after we recorded. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll just say we did. Anyway, that's all we have there. Do you want to give us no? Well, actually, no, we're out of season, so who cares about nothing's changed on the table, and there's only been one game in the Leagues Cup, so
yeah.
We're currently in first in our group.
Woot.
I'm pretty sure, I assume.
I think we'd have to, yeah.
I don't think Toluca's played yet. Oh, no, they haven't, because I remember when I looked, it was 0-0-0 for this, so because there's only 3 teams per group.
Right, yeah. Toluca and Chicago play Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we play Thursday. And then we play Monday?
It is, hold on, I have it brought up. Where is she? It's on the 5th, whatever day that is. Calendar 5th, Monday, yeah.
Okay.
But Toluca has a game in between then, so nice for us.
Right. Yeah, we definitely got the advantage getting the first and third game for sure.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, let's skip it. Let's go to good, bad, and ugly.
I love it.
Why not?
Love it.
Hit me with your good.
My good goes to this League Cup format. We talked about it last year. I'm going to talk about it again. I love this League Cup format. I think it's a blast. I love the PKs. The fact that it goes straight to PKs after regular time. They don't have to play for another 30 minutes, and the PKs are exciting. The extra point on the line. I think it's great. I love the format. I love it. So that's my good.
I love that too. I'm a big fan of this formatting. I think it's cool. The little extra point if you can win the thing is kind of cool, but still get, like you said, still getting a point if you lose the PKs. Like, that is cool. Thought we were going to have to do that in that Chicago game.
Yep.
Even the announcers were like, by the way, Tim Mealy is really good in PKs.
Right. Yeah, they were definitely talking about PKs, Tim's PK record. So
yeah. And then it was like, oh, well, he is, but that doesn't matter because we don't need PKs.
Nope, sure don't.
Because we also have Willie Agata. So, all right. My good, I'm going to take us over to the U.S. men's national team over in Paris in the Olympics.
All right.
However, my good is going to go to our Kansas City boys who are technically on the team. They are alternates, which I have seen some stuff about how cool yet also not cool would it be if Jake gets called up because his best friend Gianluca Busio is injured.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of not 100% sure. They did win today about 2 hours ago, so they are advancing in second place. That is half my good.
Okay.
First time advancing since anyone else on this team under the age of 23, which is all but 3 players, have been alive.
Right. Yeah.
That's just disgusting.
It's been a hot minute.
Here we are. So Busio's injured. It could be Jake that gets called up, which would be cool and also not cool all at the same time. But
right.
But anyway, some of you know, our boys sent over a pretty cool video. I'm going to turn this off so you guys can see it. I think this is cool, and I was going to play the video for everybody in case you haven't seen it. I wonder if the audio will work.
It's probably a setting.
You know, it probably is. Let me see. I don't know if it will work. I'm just not going to play it because I don't want to risk it not working and then it just being quiet, even though I can hear it.
Whenever you share the tab, or whenever you share your screen, there's a thing that says also share tab audio.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Stand by, friends. I'm going to try this one more time. Share screen. Oh, also share tab audio. You're right. I did have that checked.
Great.
Cool. Well, let's see if it works.
Nope, did not work. No sound at all, but that's okay. You're also muted now.
And I'm muted. I can hear it on my TV. That's why I muted myself so that it wouldn't come through twice. So
see.
maybe it'll work when we download the file. No idea. If it doesn't, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. There's captions. You could read it, what they said. So,
Well, for some people.
well, if you're listening on podcast, go over to YouTube, PTW at PT_pod, and check out our YouTube video.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my good. I think it's cool that they sent that video.
Yeah, no, I love
assume it was probably prompted by somebody, but
sure,
still.
Plus, yeah, no, somebody
pod. We
definitely. Like we do love Mr. Pulscamp. Yeah, no, somebody definitely handed him a phone and said, "Hey, say this." But anyway,
yeah. All right, well, that's my good. Hit me with your bad.
My bad is going to go to the inevitable 3-week break we're going to have to take here in a little bit because it's the only bad thing about the Leagues Cup is there's a lot of time you're not playing soccer whenever you get drummed out of this tournament. So we or
that's
just win.
Bad. That's a bad for you, huh?
That's my bad. Yeah. I do not like taking that much time off. A couple weeks are nice, but it gets too long, especially if you don't make it out of the group stage, which I would hope we can make it out of the group stage after winning the first game. But regardless, I mean, you take a lot of time off. That's not good to go that long without playing competitive soccer.
That's true. I think I don't know if it's a good, and we won't until we know when we get out.
Yeah.
If we get out and there's, a week and a half left of the break, then it's like, oh, this is actually perfect.
Yeah. It's very
or up to 2 weeks, maybe even. It's like, wow, this is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, that is very true.
But yeah, I guess it could be 3 weeks. I was trying to quickly figure out when we play our last game, but I think it's like it would have to be beginning of August because that's in 2 days. So,
right.
Actually, it would probably be at max 2 weeks.
Well, last year we got drummed out the first knockout round, and I think we were out for like 3 weeks.
Because I think our the next MLS game is like the 24th of August or something like that.
That is correct. 24th of August.
24th of August. Yeah. So
yeah,
we play on the 5th against Toluca. If we make it to the quarters will probably be that Saturday?
Probably, yeah.
So that's the 10th. So it's exactly 2 weeks.
It's true.
Exactly 14 days until. Yeah. So even if, and then if we win, we'll get even less. So I don't think it'll be too bad. Unless we get beat by Toluca and knocked out, then it would be 3 weeks and that would suck. But
yeah.
All right, my bad. I didn't really have a very good one, so I went with whoever organized the Olympic stuff and put the U.S. men's national game today during the women's gymnastics team final. I can't watch two things at once.
Sure you can.
Well, I could if Peacock would let me watch two things at once.
Well, Peacock literally has a multi-view channel now.
Well, that's true. And to be fair, I did not check to see if multi-view had both of those things on.
Right.
But at the time that there was like 50 events going on at the same time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would they have picked those two? Probably, yeah. In America, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So I guess that's fair. I didn't check to see if that was there or not. But
so what I'm hearing is your bad is your failure to check the proper channels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is both of our bads are not actually that bad.
Potentially.
Yeah. Although it was a very simple solution. You watch gymnastics, obviously. Yeah. You don't skip Simone Biles ever.
I mean, I was at work. I was at the office. We had a TV that's normally just on a reel of stuff. But we turned it to the Olympics. It had the gymnastics on, and I had the game on my phone.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess that works too. But
yeah. But speaking of which, slight change of topic, but have you seen the Gold Zone yet?
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed Scott Hansen commentating on the Olympics, but I do now.
Yeah. The Gold Zone has been, honestly, Peacock's entire coverage of the Olympics has just been awesome.
Yeah, it's been very
impressive. I don't remember if Peacock was a thing or if they did all this the last Olympics that we had. Probably, but I don't remember paying attention to it as much.
Definitely
But
the last Winter Olympics,
incredible.
Peacock was a thing, but it wasn't nearly as extensive coverage.
Sure.
And the Summer Olympics, I don't remember, but it's never been this extensive before.
Yeah.
I think they said this year every single event will be on Peacock.
That's cool.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really neat.
It's been cool because I watched an hour of equestrian last night. I know nothing
Right?
about that. Today I watched men's slalom kayaking. Didn't know that was a thing.
Dude, have you seen the I don't remember the name of it, but like the full contact kayaking?
No, that sounds
Oh my
awesome.
gosh. It's okay, so you got 4 guys and they start like 3 or 4, I don't know, probably like 5 feet off the water,
Uh-huh.
and it literally dumps them in the water, all 4 at the same time. And it's literally full contact kayaking. You can hit people with your paddles, you can push around, whatever. You have to go through the gates like normal, and then at some point you have to do a full like inverted 360 in the water where your head's underwater at some point during the race.
Huh.
Amazing.
That sounds so cool.
Right?
I've never heard of full contact kayaking.
I think it's a new event this year.
Well, I typed in full contact and it finished it with kayaking Olympics. So
I think it's kayak cross. I think
kayak
it's
cross,
called.
yeah, the new event of that added. I'll have to watch this video later. That sounds so cool.
It's amazing.
No, I hadn't seen, but I've watched all kinds of just random stuff today. I got super into watching archery for like an hour during lunch today.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's crazy.
Yeah, that and handball. I've always enjoyed watching handball. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, four athletes compete at once. They're launched off a ramp over 2 meters above the water. Both hands must stay on the paddle at all times. Athletes can make contact with other kayaks to push competitors off course, and all athletes are required to complete a 360-degree flip called a kayak roll. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's August 2nd through 5th is when it'll be at the Olympics.
Sweet.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
All right. Well. Oh yeah. Ugly. Forgot.
I don't know why we bother.
Oh, I had it on. I turned it off for the video because
it's right.
half the video. So
okay, that's fair.
On. Go ahead, hit me with your ugly.
My ugly. It's very apt. You actually took us to Paris because I was going to take us there anyway.
Okay.
Because of the whole Seine thing. Like, listen, you had to have known that the river wouldn't have been ready. Like, really? For those of you who don't know, Paris committed like 2 years ago that that all open water aquatic events would take place in the Seine, which for everybody who doesn't know is the famous river that flows through Paris. Now the problem is that it's been illegal to swim in the Seine for like 70 years because of poop in the river. Because it's a sewage overflow. And Paris spent billions of euros fixing this problem. Only for them to have to cancel the open water swimming events because they could not swim in the Seine because of E. coli issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I remember talking about this last time you were out here, but they ended up just canceling the events.
I don't remember if they canceled the events or they have to, because the options are they either just cancel the events, they can shift them later. So move them a couple weeks back and try to give them more time to get the river clean, or they can try to find an alternate option. The problem is the city of Paris has been adamant that they will not be there is not a plan B. There is nowhere else to do these events. So I don't know.
That's horrible planning.
Yeah, it is. So at the moment, the only thing that I guess they've canceled a triathlon training session, but they have actually not canceled the events as of yet. They have moved them back to the second week of the Olympics. But the problem is that even if they just get it clean enough, like the day before, like I don't want to swim in that.
Yeah, right.
Like you just got it clean enough.
Yeah. Well, but at the same time, that would mean that's the cleanest that it'll ever be because it's just going to get back to being worse from there. So
yeah, well, and the stuff that they did will permanently clean the Seine because the city's plan was eventually to legalize swimming in the Seine again. So the intent is to make it, because they built like overflow tanks, like it's a multi-million gallon tank that can hold sewage. So rather than when heavy rain hits, rather than the sewage overflowing into the Seine, it'll overflow into the tank. The problem is that in order to hook up to that tank, it involves going into every single home, and that has been completely optional. They basically just went door to door and asked people if they could do it, and people had every right to say no. And of course, French people being the French, they were pissed off at them spending all kinds of money. So they organized a protest by everybody pooping in the Seine upstream. So that way, when they were doing the tests, it would be extra E. coli.
Sweet.
So yeah,
How fun.
yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. It's been stupid. So anyway, that's my ugly. Be better. Like, come on, have a plan B.
Yeah, that's fair. My ugly was just us, mostly me, because I forgot about the Kansas City Current. And, but I'm just going to change it. Pivot, and I'll go with yours instead.
There you go. Hopefully everybody else heard what you said, because you completely
that's my
broke
ugly
up for
also.
me.
Oh, well,
I got context clues, though. It'll work.
Yeah. All right. Let's preview next week.
Let's do it.
As we do have a game next week against Toluca. Toluca has not played in this tournament yet, as we talked about earlier. And just like last year, we are getting Liga MX at the beginning of their season. So Toluca is currently only 2-2, 2 wins, 2 draws.
Yep.
However, last year they did finish third in Liga MX. I did not look up to see how they did in the playoffs because I don't care. So no, that's
fair enough.
I didn't think about it till right now. So I probably should have, but I didn't. So,
well, and the way that Liga MX does it is weird. There's actually like 2 completely separate seasons. So they play 17 games, and then they have a mid-season tournament that's like the first season's champion, and then they basically just start it all over again in the second half.
Weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I thought the way we did it was weird.
Right.
All right.
Anyway.
Cool. Yeah. So that's all I got on them. How do you think this goes?
I do think we are gonna get to see Tim Melia shine. I think we're gonna win on PKs. I think it'll be an aggressive one. I think it'll be gritty, but I do think we'll draw 2-2, and then Timmy will do what Timmy does, and we'll win in PKs.
All right.
Which should be enough for us to see out the group.
Yeah, interesting. All right, now we're gonna have to figure out what happens if it's a 1-1 draw and we win on PKs for points, or if it's 2-2 and we lose on PKs. Then we got to figure out how we do that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and it's not gonna matter because we're gonna win 3-2 in regulation. So
okay, fair enough.
We'll be good to go there. And I think just to make it more interesting, we're gonna get that third goal in like the 94th minute, just so you think you're going to be right. And then right in the 94th minute, it's going to be like, bam, not right.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah, perfect.
Except you've got one thing going against you there.
What?
We never get stoppage time goals.
Oh, we've had a couple this year.
Not many.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, though. We don't really get stoppage time goals. So
yeah, no.
Okay, 89th minute, fine.
Okay, there you go. Sure.
And then we'll have our normal 10 minutes of butt puckering defending going on.
Terrifiedness, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. And speaking of points, I got 2 points last week, so I pulled back ahead of you.
Yeah.
With a win and a score. You thought it was going to draw and we were going to go to PKs.
Yeah. Yep.
So, which it almost did, I guess. Well, not really. They didn't really get that close to scoring at the end there. So.
No, I mean, yeah, I would say us not scoring would have been the more likely option, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. So 18 for me, 16 for you. Still close though. All right. Well, that's all I got for anybody. A shorter episode this week, which I'm sure some people will be happy about.
You're welcome, Steve's dad.
Yeah. Awesome. As always, we will be streaming on Fired Up Network on True TV app, which you can get on Amazon App Store, Roku, or Apple TV. Thursday nights is when we go up on there. Usual links are down below. I gave the YouTube one earlier again in case you're listening on Spotify or Apple or whatever and want to watch the video and see if there's audio, because maybe there is. I have no idea. We don't know. I hope there is, but probably not. Anyway, yeah, those links are down below.
I love it.
You got anything else?
No, Gripstick, our email is in the description as well. Shoot us an email there about sponsorship options.
Yeah, paintthewallpodcast@gmail.com, just in case you guys don't even want to work to have to find it. There it is.
There you go.
We'll take it. Logan, as always.
I appreciate you, Steve.
Y'all have a good week.
See you, everybody.